Well, I have found myself in the jungles of Thailand, and I'm sure there are plenty of Thailand women just lurking around every corner out here. Probably gonna get leeches in this water. You know, that's what they call a. I'm not even gonna finish that. I don't know where I was going with that, but if you guys remember me, or if you are a true follower, right place, right time fan of my YouTube channel, you could recall. I did make a promise, and I haven't kept that promise. So I guess this is me keeping my promise. Well, pretty much turning to Luna because I'm playing a game. You know, I'm talking on the game, but it's a little bit different because Luna records the video and then he records his voice and loops it on top of the video. I'm just freeballing it. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know when I'm gonna say it. And honestly, this jungle, I might be harder than this jungle. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. I already died. No, I didn't. I'm just that good. Why don't you samurai slice that like button and subscribe? I don't know. Am I gonna get copyright strikes for that? I don't think Corey would come after me, right? No, YouTube will come after me. I know where I live. Speaking of YouTube, I got a story for you guys. It's a story of my friend. I'm gonna give him a nickname like Luna does. I'm gonna give him a nickname just like Luna. I'm gonna call him I'm gonna call him James. Although I will say I've never met a bad James. Well, I have, but I've never met a bad James. I'll say that. So he doesn't deserve the name James. He's a much worse name. But yeah, no, can't mention it because issues and such. Plus, you gotta stay original to the Luna content loop. He's always got a content loop around every corner. That's what you enjoy about Luna, I'd say. I can't tell if I'm lagging or my vision's actually messed up. This is a video 100% made for kids. You can't be saying those words. I don't know who this guy is. His name's probably Anthony. You know, no, that's what I'm gonna call him Anthony in the story because that is a very deserving nickname. He definitely deserves the name Anthony. I've never met a good Anthony. They've always been annoying little like larger kids. I don't know. Always just been like the Anthony from Cobra Kai, just spoiled, and then they lose weight and then they do a lot of drugs. Speaking of which, if you recall that video that I commented on for Luna's video, what a bone. Never seen that before. I commented on his video 5 months ago about him seeing his friend overdosing. He witnessed an overdose. Witnessed. I gotta be careful around here. There's spiders. They could hurt me. There's a rattlesnake somewhere. No, that's a spider. You see him? Look at that guy. What a spider. Anywho, that is the name of the game today, is drugs, and why you shouldn't do them, especially under the circumstances that my friend Nick was doing them. You know what? No, I'm just calling Nick. I'm just calling Nick. That's such a fitting name. That's his name is Nick. I'm probably not gonna leak anybody else's name, but his name he deserves to get leaked. So I'm gonna just say that this guy Nick. I'm gonna just say his first badge of honor, his first achievement in life is being a chronic vapor. He vapes so much that he coughs up blood, and you know that's concerning. That's very concerning, and he thinks it's cool, which is pretty delulu, in my opinion. I'll say that much. But the story isn't about me. It's about Nicky Poo, and how deluded he really is. I guess I can start this off. There's a spider coming after me. Where is it? There it is. Oh no, I got a spear on him. Get him! I got him. But this story starts off on an afternoon that's kind of like this one, honestly, bright, nasty, living in some suburban city. Suburban city I'm familiar with, been around once or twice. My friend Nick. Is my backpack full? It is. That's not good. Yeah, my ex-friend Nick, because I make better decisions than to hang out with him, because he's a bad role model, to say the least. That's not good. I'm just going to make a stash up here. Keep these sticks with me. But it was a sunny afternoon such as this one. I want to say August, maybe? Ooh. Ooh. Feisty. Got a feisty snake here. You know a fun fact about snakes? You can grab them by the neck and just whip them. Turn them into a whip. That's how you break their necks. I got him. Beat him up. Anyway, Nick, topic of the hour. The discussion. The convenience. Yeah, Nick's not a good role model. He coughs blood. We've already discussed that one. He smokes very excessively to a bad point, and I'm talking everything he can get his hands on. We're not just talking about Mary. We're not just talking about not just talking about the Mary. We're not just talking about, you know, cigarettes. We're talking about everything. So this takes us back to a fine evening, afternoon, morning, Tuesday, or something like that. Who even cares anymore? I'm gonna do the intro real quick because it's 4 minutes into the video. Welcome back to the worst place you could possibly be on a Saturday night. We have Jeremy over there. I don't know what happened to him. But yeah, we got Jeremy with a bunch of these heads. I don't know what happened to him. But welcome back to Green Hell VR. Something I've not played before. This is my first playthrough on the hardest difficulty. And I even took a few rips off the Pendulum, so I'm trying to spin. You feel me? I'm gonna be spinning. I probably got leeches on me. It cuts. Something. But we're not here to play this. We're here to fulfill the viewers' questions. The viewers, which you guys want, which is clearly a video about talking about a story, which I think I might be able to manage that. Do you stop talking? I'm trying to talk. Why you... That's why I don't like maracas. That's the reason. Okay, a few things on the agenda. I'm gonna collect food right now. But while I'm doing that, I can share the fair share story of Nicholas. See, it was a fine, bright evening after day, right? Bright and sunny out, not a cloud in the sky. And Nick's idea of fun, he's a very strange fellow, I'll say that. His idea of fun was me sitting on the couch waiting for him to clean his entire house for 3 hours and mow the lawn and pick up dog poop and, yeah, wash dishes. It took this guy 2 straight hours of brooming. Like, it takes him 2 straight hours to broom his entire house, and he has probably a 400 square foot house, and most of that is just the lawn, which is crazy. But anywho, it's just a nice bright early morning, and for my 420 friendly viewers, this is going to be a story for you, because Nick is a 420 friendly viewer. I will say that. I hope he doesn't watch my channel. He's going to be unhappy if he watches my channel, but it's a good thing I disconnected contact. You know what I'm saying? I pulled an old Luna and said, nah, I ain't becoming friends with you, homie. I don't know. Nah, but I dropped him. It was the best idea I've ever had. All of my friends that hang out with him, they're just jealous that I don't have to hang out with them anymore. It's such a nice relief. But if you are familiar what a dabber is, a full metal dabber, you use it, heat it up with a torch. Well, my friend Nick came back from a very hooded area one day, and he was hanging out, got his cleaning done, and he pulled this little baggie out from his pocket, his sweatpants pocket, and he opens up the little baggie and he asks me for $1. And I was like, what do you need $1 for? He said, don't worry about it. Yeah, so I gave him $1, and he took out his credit card, and you know what he did with it. If you're a good lad, you might not know what he did with it, and that's probably a good thing. And if you are, you might not want to continue listening to the story, because this is a fate of tales. I'll say that much. This ended with him not in the best shape. Speaking of which, Luna video was titled "I watched my friend have an overdose." So I'm getting there. If you guys are if you even still care watching it, I am fulfilling that. Well, there's that. Yeah, but I guess I'm just making good on that promise that I made 5 months ago. How time flies, am I right? But we start our day off like Annie pulls the bag out, if you recall. I am a tad bit buzzed, so I can't really recite it the most perfectly, but I will say that there was a white bag involved, there was a credit card and a $1 bill involved, and he takes the wax dabber, heats it up, and puts this white stuff on the edge of it. And he starts hitting the white stuff. And I was thinking, what a dumbass. And then he tries handing it to me. Yeah, I was not about that. I don't do that. I don't do white powder in a bag. And the craziest part about it is I even asked him. I was like, do you know what's in that bag, man? And he said, nope. He said, no, I do not. Yeah, I don't do that, man. I don't know about all that. He didn't even know what it was. But puts it on the dabber, tries giving me the dabber. I said no to the dabber. And yeah, he cleans it off after getting his hits in, and so his idea of cleaning it off was burning the life out of it with a torch, which actually doesn't clean it off, if you would believe that or not. That doesn't clean it off. You need to leave it in isopropyl alcohol, but honestly, you should probably just throw it away, because there's no way you're getting all that out. Oh no, I have another spider on me. I don't know where it is. I think it's coming at me. I'm gonna hit a loop. I'm hitting a loop so I'm in the sunshine so I can actually see it. Where is it? Oh, I see it. Oh, I got him. Sweet. Yeah. But yeah, he tries to hand it to me. His idea of burning the life out of it didn't work, obviously. So he goes and tries using it regularly, which is pretty surprising that he'd even consider using it regularly at this point. But he did, and he was hitting dabs off of it. And he tried passing it to me again, and I said no, because it is not. It doesn't work like that. You can't just burn it off. It's on the inside of it. Like it's not how it works. But yeah, no, I refused that. I was hitting his Benjamin at the time, but to each their own, I suppose, right? 1, 2, skip a few. 1, 2, skip a few. It's getting later in the day, probably around 4 p.m. I want to say, at Bay. I forget. No, I don't forget that. No, it's about 3 or 4 p.m. and he is driving me around on these dirt roads. And you want to know what his idea of fun was? Because I kid you not, this is the craziest stuff I've ever seen. He obviously takes the dabber on the road with him so that he can hit dabs on the road, but he is flooring at 60 on this car that has had winter wheels on it since like 2 years ago, I want to say. He's flooring it down this dirt road, going about 60 miles an hour. Shit, you're not 60 miles an hour. Just flooring it down this dirt road. I'm going to go to sleep. Flooring it down this dirt road, and he hits a donut out of nowhere, like full spin, lets go of everything, hits a donut. Yep, he hits a donut. This is probably not the best time to be up. Come get me. Who's out here? I'll mess you up. But yeah, let's go with the wheel. Hits a circle going 60. Thinks it's super cool. He does that a couple of times, and you would never guess what happens. Like there's no way you would guess what happens. like you'd have to know rocket science in order to guess the next thing that happens in this story. Should I play a fun viewer entertainment game? That's actually pretty cool. I play a viewer entertainment game, like a game show. I think I got to come up with the options for it though. I don't know if I have the mental capacity for that. Is it option A? He hits a donut and everything's perfectly fine. Option B, he spins out into a ditch. Option C, he spins out and then he stops the car before the ditch. Or option D, we had to walk home. Which one do you think it was? You got your voting in? Let me do live voting on this thing. I don't like the sounds I'm hearing. I'm gonna cast a poll with my community on this thing. I don't know if I forget what I'm even trying to do. I think I remember. You. Manus copy. Okay. So I gotta put this in there. And then I got a campfire. Okay, that's easy. But you got your answers in? Did you forget about your answers? If you said A, you might want to click off this video if you think that. Oh no, I can't hold you. I can't hold you. You're poisonous. That was such a bad idea. Now I gotta look up how to stop frog poisoning. No. This is so bad. This is so inconvenient to me right now. Fever, sanity, dirt, insomnia. None of the above. Where's dart frog poisoning at? I'm actually dead. I'm actually gonna die. Consuming an item with natural anti-venom. What has natural anti-venom? It might be these. I'm gonna say it's not those. It might be these. Oh, I think it's working. Oh, it's working. I don't think it's working. Oh no. I'm throwing up. I'm just gonna keep eating. There's no way I can die if I just keep eating. I'm gonna eat this dead spider. Give me my sharp stone. Please tell me that's got natural anti-poison. That would be so nice. I just gotta keep eating. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh no. You need drink? Drink. Drink. Drink like your life depends on it. I'm so cooked. I'm actually dead. There's no way. I'm dead. You know what? I'm gonna make a new save. I'm gonna make a new save. I can't play on the hardest difficulty. I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, it's option B. He spun off in a circle and he crashed into a ditch. And we. Oh my god. Gotta do the whole tutorial again. She's lying. Is it the watch that you're gonna give me? Find a camp. Well, I'm gonna be trying to multitask. But yeah, he crashes us into a ditch. Of course, Nick. Yep. So me being the good old strong lad I am, I pretty much did a power lift out of the ditch and lifted his car so much in the air that he could hit the brakes, hit the reverse on it, and just reverse gun it. And yeah, he did that and got out unscathed pretty much. His front of his car was a little bit broken, but it was just mainly full of dirt. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm over here thinking that he's completely fine. This is gonna be the last thing I'm gonna have to deal with. It's crazy how wrong I was. It really is. So we get. Can you not carry these? What? I don't have a backpack yet? You gotta be joking me. Guess I'm already gonna pick them. But yep, we get a little further down the dirt road, and you wouldn't believe what I catch him doing. He is heating up a dab while going 60 down this road, steering with his knees. Yep, he's steering with his legs, and he's heating up a dab, and he's hitting a wax dab going 60 down this dirt road. Yep, that's Nick for you. Thankfully, we don't crash at that point. We don't crash, which is a very, very nice thing. But nice things can't last forever, as you will hear. So, my friend Nicholas, he hits the dab, floors it. I'm gonna just talk here for a second. I'm eating this water lily flower, but he hits the dab. Nothing happens, thankfully. He slows it down after a second, and we end up driving a little bit. And I end up hitting his dab as well, because at that point it's been so burnt that honestly it might have gotten it off. Because it's one thing to just sit there and hold a heat on it. That's not gonna get it off. But he's hit it probably like 6 times by this point, 4 to 6 times while driving, which is always a really good thing to be doing. Obviously, you can't not smoke and drive. It's not like it's against the law or something. you know what I'm saying. But yep, he's smoking and driving, and the next thing you know, we get on this road, and this road will never be the same, because the craziest thing happened. Nick being Nick, he floors it to try and pass someone. Going on the right side, he tried flooring it to pass someone, and he had about 5 seconds lead right time, going 80. They were both going 40. Car in this lane, and the car that he was behind, they were both going 40. He gunned to 80 to try and make the turn, and he did not make the turn. And this, I'm just gonna say for retrospect, when you're doing your driver's training, like the most important question, one of the most important questions that they're gonna ask you is if you are driving this way in this lane and there's an obstacle in front of you, do you turn this way into oncoming traffic or do you turn this way into not oncoming traffic? You wouldn't believe what he did. You wouldn't believe what he did. He makes this. He tries gunning it backwards, like he tries slowing down to try and catch up to the car behind him. He was trying to pass, and then he ends up going left to try into the oncoming lane, right? So when he's trying to go left, I immediately grab the steering wheel and rip us to the right. And from that point, he jumps a ditch, and he floors it through this field, ruining the entire field pretty much. Like the entire field, there was a bunch of stuff planted. There was soybeans and corn, and he was just ripping through every little bit that there was. Like there was a full line where you could easily see that someone just drove their car through it. But by some miracle, that did not destroy his car. His car actually survived it. So he ends up driving out of there with a broken. I can't even describe it to you because I don't really know cars that well. But I'm gonna say the front frame of it had a broken like black piece that was just dragging across the ground when he would drive. And I ended up pulling out my pocket knife. He stopped at some random like store, and I ended up pulling out my pocket knife and trying to cut it off for him. And it broke my pocket knife. Yep, broke mine. Almost broke his until he said, I said we could just walk to a store and go get something. But no, you want to know what Nick says? You wouldn't believe what Nick says. He says, fuck it, I'm just going to drive with it. I'm just going to drive with it until it comes off. He was going 60 miles an hour trying to rip this plastic thing off. And we end up pulling into this four-way in my town, right? This is about 5 p.m., I want to say, 6 p.m. We end up pulling into this four-way at my town, and it ends up dropping right in the four-way, right in the entrance of my town. His plastic piece comes off right at a stoplight, and you would not believe it. You would not believe it. Even if you really tried, you would not believe it. But a cop, I'm being so serious because that's something you'd hear from a Luna video, like, oh, a cop just came out of rat's ass nowhere. Yeah, I'm sure about that. No, I swear to you, a cop literally came out of nowhere, pulled him over immediately after the plastic piece came off, and yeah. So Nick is not the smartest tool in the shed, if you haven't guessed already, but he left his dab kit in the back seat where the police officer could clearly walk up and see. He also had his vape in the cup holder, which mind you, this was when he was 17 or 18. So yeah, no, he would have been cooked. I think he was actually driving on a suspended license as well, but the cop didn't look him up. He just like talked to him and leveled with the situation, and actually let Nick pick up his piece of plastic and drive it to where he needed to go. He ends up dropping me off at my house, and I will say this is the best decision I've ever made when it comes to like hanging out with him, because what happens after this is the craziest stuff you'll ever hear. I'm telling you that much. The craziest stuff. But he ends up dropping me off at my house, right? I go and fetch him like some duct tape or something so he could put his car back together so he could get home and actually do something, instead of putting duct tape on it. And he ends up getting butthurt at me because I didn't get back in his car and drive to his house so I could help him put his car back together. And mind you, if I hadn't taken that wheel and kited us right into the field, we would have been completely crushed between two cars going 40 miles an hour while he was going 80 miles an hour if I hadn't taken the wheel and ripped it right. But he has the audacity to accuse me for like breaking his vehicle on purpose, and he says that I have to pay for it. I have to pay for a $3,000 payment on his vehicle. Mind you, that's how much the whole car is worth. So yeah, he accuses me of doing that, and I said, fuck nah. And I stayed inside my house. And I even was telling the people I was living with at the time, like, yeah, he wants me to go back out there and like help him fix it back to his house. And his house was like a 5-mile drive away from mine, so it would not have been a fun time. I'll say that. 5 miles just driving like that. I'm surprised he didn't get pulled over again. But this story only gets worse. You wouldn't believe the outcome of this story. He drops me off, gets butthurt after I give him something to help his condition, and then not come with him. He gets butthurt about that. So yeah, I stay home, and I end up calling his friend, which is also my friend, which at this point right now, because I still know him, I still contact him like every single day, he likes me more than Nick. I will say that. He enjoys my company a lot more than Nick's. So, anywho, I end up calling him and playing games with him for a little bit, and we were just playing COD, Luna typical. We were just playing some Cold War zombies, actually. Or it might have been Warzone, one of those two, but they were just playing some COD and hanging out. Should I progress the story? I don't know if I should, I'm just trying to get everything. But yeah, we were just playing some Call of Duty, just hanging out, and mystery snail. And we ended up, all of a sudden I heard, like, I was on call with him, and he was like going to go hit a dab or something, and I was hitting my bubbler, and I just hear like the loudest sound come from the microphone. Like I'm telling you, like a SWAT team just broke into his house or something. I was like, what is happening? Are you good? And then next second I hear his dad on the microphone yelling at the top of his lungs. And you would not guess what happened. Like there's no way you would guess what actually happened. Right? Well, I'm going to say like 30 minutes after I heard that, Coda ends up getting on the mic. That's his nickname. I call him, that's his gamer tag. He ends up getting on the mic, right? And so if you didn't think that Nick's drug abuse would get like worse, you wouldn't believe it. I come to find out about 30 minutes later that he took an entire bottle of ibuprofen and took like half a bottle of Benadryl. Like he was just on so many opioids and like so many painkillers that he physically wasn't like he wasn't conscious, and he ended up driving. Like he was, I remember it specifically because I ended up talking to him about it, talking to my friend about it that I was on the game with. I ended up talking to him about it, and he told me specifically that Nick was telling him, this is a very confusing plot. Nick was telling him that his parents, like he was having a conversation with his parents, and he physically like couldn't stand, and he just kept like slurring his words, and they said that his eyes were like dilated and they were reacting very, very slowly. But he ends up driving, And he comes back, and then he ends up talking to his parents, and his parents take his car keys away and pretty much ground him, which is W parents, honestly. Like I could not think of a better thing to do. So he takes his bike. Mind you, this is all happening before I hear that noise over the mic on Warzone on my friend Coda. I think his gamer tag is Coda XX, like something like that. I forget. I haven't played with him in so long. I can't even play games right now. I only got an Oculus. But he ends up biking to my friend's house I was on the game with. He ends up biking there, and he crashes. He says he falls off of his bike about 15 separate times, I want to say, and he just crashes and crashes, and then he loses his phone. He crashed so many times that he lost his phone somewhere. I just think that's crazy. But after that, ugh, ugh, after that, I ended up hearing about the fact that he biked to my friend's house, right? And he opened the door because he has like one of those old school like doors that has a screen door on it with the clicker, with like the handle that you push inwards to open it, and then he's got another door like a glass and wood door in front of that. He opens the glass and wood door, takes one step, and then just crashes right through his screen door, like head first into the screen, and he just eats the floor, like just straight up eats the floor. That was the sound that I heard over the mic. Was him just crashing through the screen door and eating the floor like Mach 100. But they end up, his dad yells at him, as you guys were told. He yells at him about it, and he ends up going home. And to this day, I don't know what he was like physically thinking in his head, but he went home and he had, I believe it was 16 oxycontins, and he overdosed, and then he went to the hospital, and he hasn't been allowed to drive since, nor have I hung out with him since. That was such a that was such a bad time, such a bad experience. But how was that? Was that a good story time? I'm gonna progress the game now. But yeah, no, that was awful. I actually have another story time I could say, but this was like young me. Like this is like 13 years old, 12 years old me. But I got some time to kill, so I'm gonna wait for them to stop talking. Perfecto. That's a weird way to say perfect. Never is. Why does she want to be Spanish so bad? What was that conversation? I'm not sure yet, but it just feels that way. That's a weird conversation, man. But yeah, this picks up after school actually when I was still going to high school with these guys, and you know how rebellious teens are. We ended up picking just one day to stream "F the cops," just yell it at the top of our lungs, "F the cops," and that's what we did because we thought we were so like indestructible. We thought we were just kids and couldn't be harmed. Gotta find Flint. There's no way I haven't found Flint with all these rocks. Oh, got one. But yeah, no, we were just yelling at all day, and this was before I started using anything. Like I was a good kid in terms of substance abuse, but yeah, no, we were all walking around town, just going to like stores and stuff, and then like while we were on the way walking to stores, we would just yell "F the cops," you know, the usual. And let me just tell you, if you're gonna do something illegal, don't yell "F the cops," because it puts you in a mindset to where you think that you can't be touched, and then you do stupid stuff, very stupid stuff. I will say that from experience. But yeah, I had my bike. I ended up having like this blue bike that I got, and I just had it for a long time. It was like a Nightcrawler bike or something, very reflective. Let me just continue this. I want to go get I want to go get a crab. No, I guess I gotta wait for this dialogue section. Look at all this shit I just picked up. You're pissing me off. You're pissing. Bro. How is she gonna say it's safer out here when you can hear that thing just making those sounds? What is that thing? This girl's tripping. She took all my stuff. Machetes. This game sucks with its story. You can't even interact with anything. And then you just wake up and she's gone now. It's crazy. I'm gonna just continue the story. Give me the box. Slap that on my wrist. Check my carbo fibers. Now I have a backpack. W's. I need to go north. You really remember what you want from me? You don't need that because we're not gonna get it anyway. But yeah, I had this Nightcrawler bike, and this Nightcrawler bike was special in a couple of ways. Most notably, I'm gonna kill this crab. Where'd it go? Who wanted that crab? I'm gonna get a crab. I'm gonna get one. Just watch me. No, I'm not. I ain't getting nothing. Getting no crab. But yeah, I ended up. It pretty much had one really good quality, and that was it took up space and was hard to haul around. But I just rode it everywhere instead of walking. I don't know why. But yeah, we bring this. We end up going into one of the parks, and that park had a abandoned watchtower, which was like crumbling, and the city was just waiting for approval to wreck it, which they ended up doing not too long ago. But yeah, they wrecked the watchtower, and I'm gonna have to do that. I mean, this is gonna be a long scene, which I don't want to do right now. But they ended up wrecking the watchtower. But at the time, it wasn't wrecked, and we were just waiting for approval. So we ended up climbing on it, and the ladder was very janky. But we ended up getting up there, and yeah, I watched Nick toke up a bit, which I hadn't seen before because I used to be a really good kid, like I said, substances wise. Oh, you can just pull these? I didn't know that. That's crazy. But yeah, I watched him toke up in the watchtower, and this was like really run down watchtower, but that was a nice little peaceful moment. And then we ended up walking to the abandoned school at around 5 or 6 p.m. And this abandoned school, let me tell you, everything was off about that school. It was an elementary school, and I believe the walls were made with lead or something. So they ended up having to evacuate the entire school from radiation poisoning, or I don't know, or maybe the lead in the walls got in the drinking water. But yeah, they had to close the whole school down, and we were exploring it obviously, and it was abandoned. And I feel I had like a second thought of like not wanting to do it because I've been there before, but like just felt like today was a bad day to do that, and it was. Because wouldn't you believe it? Immediately as we walk into the building, I get notice about this a long time later, but we end up getting seen by some Karen across the like she had the closest house to the property, and she seen us through her window, so she immediately called the police. And yeah, the police came, and they caught us after yelling "fuck the police," you know, which you should never do, especially if you're going to go do something illegal like exploring abandoned buildings, which you probably shouldn't do either unless they're very stable or unless you're of age to make decisions for yourself. But I would not suggest doing that with any random building that you come across because it will come apart. But I will say we did do some vandalizing, and I will say we did do some spray painting there, and I will say we did not break and enter. The door was already broken. So, yeah, we just entered pretty much, and we hung out there, and we had fun, and then the cops showed up, bagged me and my friends, and you know how that process goes. They call the cops, and yeah, all that other stuff. And then that's about it. I think I ate chili that night, and I said that I was like, I didn't deserve chili because I was a illegal person. So I was a bad person. I didn't deserve food. And then that was the day. But the reason why the cops were so like diligent about us, because they just came there. I don't think they were really going to search the building. But one of the friends that we ended up bringing had an injury in his leg. He ended up having an airsoft BB or like just a regular BB in his leg. So he was like, he was pretty much cripple walking. And he ends up seeing the cops and tries to run away with a crippled leg, which then they end up immediately catching him. And then he just snitches on all of us. Yep, he snitches on every single one of us in there. So yeah, we all got caught and we all learned a lesson. And the craziest part about it is I was going through my spitting phase where you think you're so cool as a guy and you spit on the ground. Yeah, the cop spit a lot more than I did. I'll say that. The cop covered the ground with spit. But yeah, that was my abandoned school story and my overdose story. I'm probably gonna just keep playing this until I get bored and end the video and post it on YouTube. So like and subscribe if you like the content. And I apologize if it's what is it? I forget the term. Pace. The pacing is very bad in it because I am kind of multitasking while also being buzzed while also doing this for the first time. So yeah, hit like and subscribe. Let me know. I'm gonna just play this as regular. And if I think of a third story, I might do that. But let me know if you want just story times or if you want like gameplay or whatever. Because I'm a music person. I play music. I do entertainment. Play video games when I can. So let me know. Let me know if I could do anything different. And I'm just gonna lock in, play this game, get back to where I was. You ready? This is the climb that changes everything. And now I'm dead. Now I gotta call her. Now I gotta take these. Which that is not 30 feet. That is not 30 feet from right here to there. That's like 15 at best. So I really gotta look at my arms. That is not good, no. Oh my god, this woman. Marinidia. Why is this woman just Spanish? For no apparent reason, other than to just be Spanish. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing this. I don't have to patch up my wound. No, that'd be crazy. Wow. Marinida. Patch that up as fast as possible. Put that in my backpack, which it won't even matter because I'm going to lose my backpack's inventory soon. No way I actually have to respond to that. Yeah, girls like that don't exist. Ain't no way. Does it hurt? No. Yabahuaca. Why is every single person, every single girl in a game that sucks named Mia? We got Resident Evil. We got Resident Evil and this game. I gotta go find her. Let me go find her real quick. And now I'm dead. GG's, chat. GG's. RIP. I'm gonna skip this. Should I skip it? Chat, tell me if I should skip it or not. I could take all those guys down with one machete. Easily. And now I drowned. Yeah, there's no way I didn't get leeches or parasites from intaking that amount of water. I think I'm cooked. I think I'm cooked, chat. And we're back. With an empty backpack. Like I said. Well, hopefully I don't die this time. Highly conclusive that I do, though. Which is pretty unfortunate. Just launch that rock. Just straight up and launch it. There's a bunch of banana trees somewhere. Lizard. I want to grab some of that, which means I'm going to want to go grab that rock that I chucked. You just carry a palm leaf in your bag. Just fit a whole palm leaf in there. That makes a lot of sense. Now I gotta find another rock to hit this on. Is this flint? It is. Now I got a sword. Let me get him. You're lucky. You're a lucky little lizard. Grab a couple of those. I always want some heals with you, I think. Now I got 2 sharp daggers. A few melons down here too. Don't mind if I do. The more food, the merrier, right? Even more bananas. That's what I like to see. Gotta be careful for bugs though. I gotta listen. I'm gonna go this way real quick. I know there is a snake somewhere around here. Can't be really running through here too fast. Snake's right there. I got him. Where does this lead? Whoa! What? Is something after me? I think that's just me walking. Ow! Oh. Scorpion just sitting on the ground? You joking me? Just a scorpion sitting there. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to see. I can store that in my backpack? Look how big my backpack is. There's no way I can just store a bow in there. That's crazy. I do need to... Yikes. I'm gonna patch that up real quick. That is not good. Gotta listen for spiders. Armadillo. And it ran away. Armadillos. Now I only got 1 sharp stick. I am very much slowly dying of the scorpion poison though. Is this rock broken? No, it's working. It's a working rock. I'm gonna eat so I can counteract this poison. That's got to be why there's so many bananas, right? Counteract poison. I'm gonna eat all of them. Yes, my inventory's full. Hmm. I'm gonna stick low and slow. So there's spiders and snakes through here. Tobacco leaf. Oh, here we go. It cures poison. I'm gonna keep another one in my bag that I can't keep in my bag. Sweet. So purple is good then. What's this? Plantain lily leaf. Please don't poison me. Oh, that one's also good for anti-poison. I see. I'm learning. What is that? What are you? That's a save point. I see. I do have a spider coming at me though. I can hear him. I can hear him skedaddling. I'm gonna get him. I got him. The thing eats birds. That's crazy. Can't fit that in there. Snake. Just sitting in the bushes. What? I got him. No, I need that. I think this is how I'm gonna have to carry my stuff. More things over there, plus I can get a bone. I'll take a bone, I guess. Those are mushrooms. I should be at the campsite. I'm just gonna run. Clear my whole bag and then go back out there. Come over here, this is the cook. Come back here, this is the not cook. And then I put my materials right here. I got some more stuff. I'm gonna keep that in my bag. Always want some flint with you. And I got a bow now. Cool. It is gathering time. Grab a bunch of this. Boom. That's what I call bandages. Am I right? He's trying to get me. Trying to get me. Trying to get me when I'm not looking. I'm gonna get him. Then I'm gonna touch that thing. Is a snake still in here? No. It's a big rock. Yeah, I don't know about all this. I will say it is quite peaceful here when you're not getting ripped apart by everything. I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. Because it is a bad idea to be out here during nighttime. I'll say that much. Mushrooms. I already took those bananas down. Alright, well, I think I'm going back. Go to bed. I'm gonna even put my watch on. Can just sleep on the ground. That's crazy. Alright, I'm hauling ass. Why is there a snake right there? That's not good. I think that's within striking distance. I'm gonna fuck you up, bruv. Got him. Got him. Hopefully another spider doesn't come out of here trying to end me. I don't even think there's a way you can cook a spider and eat it without ingesting the venom, unless you're an expert at it. But last I checked, you don't really eat spiders as expertise. It's never really been an expertise in the field. I'm just hauling, trying to make quota. Bandages. Well, this is the food stockpile. Bandages. Keep a couple of these on me. And then I think I work on that potion first thing in the morning, eh? We'll see what this does. I think you gotta break it open first. Okay, I think I'm good on that. Grab one of these bones. I broke it open. Here we go. Is this good for me? It is. That's really good. Sweet. I'm gonna put it down a campfire and go to bed. Leaf bed. Log bed. Wooden frame. Campfire. Boom. I'm going to sleep. Alright, 4 in the morning. Let's get this party going. Make a campfire so I can actually cook the stuff that I'm getting. Need a couple bananas. Extract that. And that small stick. Boom. Bam. I think I might have to cut down some trees. I can even cut down these trees. I can cut down these trees. Now it's just a broken stick. Now I got a lot more than just a broken stick. I don't know what's happening. Someone bring a car into the jungle, just honking their horn. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I got a lot of wood now. Got a lot of wood. I don't think I'm gonna run out of wood anytime soon. Look at these logs. Just one-handed, I'm like a beast. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. That is a lot of wood. Oh, so let me know if I should do commentary. Like, more commentary videos, because the only ones I have on my channel are the Minecraft ones. And like a couple more for some reason. Yeah. I didn't even pick up the monkey heads on Jeremy. That's crazy. I'm gonna make another axe. Gotta go find rocks. Boom. Just gonna break a bunch of these. Make this campfire. I'm not canceling this construction. I'll tell you that much. Boom. You're telling me I can't use this, though? I can't use this to start the fire? What? I have to have something dry. I guess I'm gonna go do that right now. bonfire. I gotta go find some dry stuff. I don't know where I'd find dry stuff at. Definitely not that. Dry stuff. I have a spider on me. I have a spider after me. I'm gonna throw mud at him. It didn't even help. It didn't even do anything. I can't damage him. He's too powerful. I just gotta find his weakness real quick. I'm probably really thirsty. Maybe not. Who could tell? Who could even tell out here? There's a frog. That one actually looks like I can touch it. I need something to kill with. This sucks. There's like no rocks around here. Not even a single one. Not even a single rock. The rocks might be over here. No, that's something I can't go. I don't know where I'm going. I gotta find rocks. This is where that jaguar was. I don't want to be here. Just want some rocks. That's it. Yeah, I already got a spider coming after me. Just gotta ooga booga things. But definitely stay away from the riverbed. Because that's where the jaguar's at. Huh. Painted book? What? What painted book? I don't know what it's talking about. Examine painted rock. I'm examining it. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. Can't they have a radio? Ah. What's an inscription? What are you even on about? I guess I gotta go back over to here. What are they looking at? I got a rock. That's what I'm here for. Well, that was great. I just talked to her and apparently she's gone now. That's great. I love that. I don't think I'm finding any rocks out here. I'm gonna make a rock thing with my bag though, see if I can take out that jaguar. Rock. A piece of wood. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta go toe to toe with the jaguar, so I'm gonna stack up on my food real quick. Take a breather. Why doesn't this want to go in my slot? Doesn't want to go in either of my slots. It's a little weird, man. Whatever. I'm gonna eat some food. Oh, it's spoiled. That's not good. Yeah, very much not good. I gotta eat some of this to cure my poison. Alright. That's just not good. I do have a thing on my arm. I think I gotta take care of. Maybe not. I think I'm just straight up dying. Well, I'm not in a condition to fight a leopard right now. And I can't take that back. Whatever, I'm gonna just go back. I'm going back. I don't like all this. Go back. I think I died. Yeah, I died. That's crazy. No, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I need to do something though. So I'm actually dead. Can I have the flag? Why would I want that? You joking me? Can I just not die? I just keep throwing up. I might need water. I have to grab a bowl. A bowl. Just keep throwing up everywhere. I think the run's over. I think we're cooked. We have to go drink this water over here. I think we are cooked, chat. As I'm throwing it up. That's great. That's not good. I got dirty hands. Gotta wash them off. This is the struggle. Now I just gotta go eat food. And I'm throwing up again. And there goes my HP. I don't even know what's wrong with me, bro. How do I fix that? I am really thirsty. I'm just drinking that water. I don't even care anymore. I'm drinking the water out of here. I'm drinking the whole bottle. I think I'm dead. That's crazy that this can happen to you for eating a piece of spoiled fruit. What did I even do? That fruit was clearly more than spoiled. I'm gonna honestly stop trying, and if I die, I'm gonna end the video. Like the good old times. I'm definitely gonna die though. There goes my HP. There's literally nothing I can do. I just keep dying. Hydration. Poison down. I guess I can go try and find some more of that. I think I'm living again. I think I'm good now. I'm good now. I just gotta put bandages on. I can't even do that. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, this is kind of L gameplay. I'm gonna just end it. I'm gonna low-key just end it. But if you did enjoy the video, you should like and subscribe so I can afford to have health. Because I don't have any health right now. And let me know if that was a good Luna storytime video. I did 2 separate story times, plus a VR game at the same time, plus being buzzed. So you gotta let me know. Let me know if that was a good time that you had. You gotta let me know, and I might do it some more. I got a headache, and this guy is suffering. So yeah, I might close it off. Say peace out. Peace out.